in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ready to get us started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And off we go from Seattle. First down gets 3 up to the 28. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On play action, they'll throw. Buying time to his left.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And, Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And, Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. On first and goal, Drake. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. Third and goal. He gets it left side of Johnson. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
The Steelers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Flush to his right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's a second missed field goal here in this first half. He'll have to think about that going forward. Maybe time for a little soul-searching as well.
Yeah, the head coach might be looking towards the heavens because you wonder if this will affect the fourth down decision-making going forward. If you get 4th and 3, 4th and 4, situations that used to be calls for the kicker might get a second thought.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Here's a 2nd and 7. That's taken in by Eskridge, complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Carson. And down to the 36-yard line here. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Carson. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And this defense going to bring out a couple extra DBs here on 3rd and a yard.
They'll drop to throw.
And this will go to Carson out wide. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more. Nice, easy rhythm throw right there. Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, You could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Right back to him on first down. And he's got some space here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flushed out right. This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But 3rd down coming up. The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
He lets it fly from Lockett. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
And I believe they've buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge, a successful one. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
This is Carson. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They're going to look to throw.
Throw right side, taken in by Eskridge.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
And back at the 8 now, 3rd and goal. They run the counter. Carson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime. Myers connects on the PAT. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, there were 3 talking points at the half, partner. All of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Back to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that is incomplete.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach. And let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're growing louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on it. You hear about pressure creating diamonds? In this case, it's bursting the pipes of the coach.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. They'll set up to throw. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he's got room. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. It's a big play there for Seattle.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did. But poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
On first down, it's Carson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And that is caught. Touchdown. Oh, there is a marker on the field. The celebration may be short-lived. Let's see. On third down, Penny. Oh, he bolt. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive, eluding the pressure right. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And this one will be brought back to the 22. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Touchdown, Seahawks! Tyler Lockett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. Myers connects on the PAT, and they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because...
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. 2nd and 13. Rolling to his left. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown. Travis Kelce. 78 yards. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point attempt here still to come. And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big play that time on a catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Flush to his right. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now back to throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. All right, rifles one. That's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sidney Jones. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, you don't want a coach in Charles to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
T.J. Watt in on the tackle. Still 9 remaining on second down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They run again with Carson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll look to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
The extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that pick 6 a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession 4th quarter lead. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
On second down, it's Carson, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
79 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he's got this down to the 35. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception. And this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. On play action, they'll throw. Throw left side complete. That's Castillo. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run.
Good catch, an excellent creation of a big play downfield. I can guarantee you this. That's not a play this defense has practiced against in the days leading up to this game.
They'll run on first down. Carson. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. They go back to Carson here on 2nd. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll roll him out right. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Extra point hung the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And they open the lead up now to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
2nd and 20.
They'll look to throw here. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 27. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Second and 14. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Back to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Sidney Jones.
And the Seahawks force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks,
their chances of finishing over 500, they remain alive as they move to 6-8 on the year.
And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town.